Okay, so now it's time for the next part of the Guide to Avaricia that covers mod interactions, because it was a long recording. Have fun! Okay, so we're back in this world now to talk about some tips and tricks you can do with various mods and Avaricia. Now, the first and most obvious thing is right where I'm standing. Those are energy condensers from Project E. And the way they work is that basically you put stuff in the EMC with an EMC value and it gets recycled into whatever you've got up here. Well, these are energy collectors. Basically they just put EMC into it directly. And, well, these things are difficult to make. I mean, like, they're not as difficult as Avaricia. No. Seriously, just look how many I've got up here. Seriously, this was all in survival. It's not that difficult. It's just time-consuming and resources and stuff. But yeah, so these are a really good way to collect blocks for the singularities. And that is literally what I have all of these set to do. They're literally just filling up with EMC to collect, to make these. Speaking of EMC, let's take a look at these few items here. You note that this singularity has no EMC value. And if we go over here in NEI, none of them do. So unfortunately you can't just sort of get those in. But you can get these crystal matrix ingots. They've got 442,000 EMC, which is very, very high. However, these are Mark III energy collectors. They're basically as good as it gets. If you've got 4 of these around here, you can actually get them pretty quick. Well, I say pretty quick. But yeah, these are a really good way to get the early materials you need for Avaricia. Of course, getting the Mark IIIs take a while, and getting this many of all of them just is time-consuming as well. But there is, however, a way to cheat that, which I'm going to do and show you in just a second after I show you this. The neutronium stuff, they've got no EMC either, so unfortunately you can't just cheat those in. Or can you? Now, these are duplicator trees from Orespawn, and they completely break Avaricia, which is of course kind of crazy when you think about it, but yeah. Orespawn has no interaction with Project E or Avaricia. More importantly, Avaricia. Now, what does it do? Well, unfortunately, most of this stuff seems to have been filled up, so I'm going to have to clear some of this stuff away to show you. Okay, time for, well, no, that just happened right there. So maybe I don't need to do any time-lapsing. The duplicated trees work in a really cheaty way. Basically, once you plant a duplicator log onto the ground, it will slowly turn into a tree. And once it is fully turned into a tree, it will duplicate any block that is directly around the base, including neutron collectors. Yes. Like I said, remember these, how expensive these are to make? Yeah, if you're using Orespawn, just put them right down next to one and you'll have a bunch in no time at all. Yeah, it's like takes like 10 minutes to fill up the maximum area around one of these or something. Yeah, you see these? These are neutronium blocks and crystal matrix blocks. I literally have a couple hundred of each of these in this world because of these things. And this isn't even... You can literally just keep on making the duplicator trees as many times as you want. Watch, I'll cut one down. Smash easily. Let's see if the time lapse go. Might have to time lapse this to see how fast it goes. Okay, so at this point I'm gonna say that's good enough as to show you just what this is like. I noticed quite a few, well, I say quite a few, several blocks appeared in the, while I was doing this time lapse, including the neutron collectors. Yeah. So, like I said, these are a really easy way to break this mod. If I had infinity blocks in this world save, this whole area would just be filled with infinity blocks. Because that's literally all you have to do with ore spawn. You only have to get one. Put it next to a blue duplicator tree and you'll start getting dozens in almost no time at all. The duplicator trees break this mod, and it is absurd. Okay, so would we really want to talk about game breaking with this? So we can't do anything to cheat the singularities, aside from using the energy condensers to get more blocks. But if you have Project E and ore spawn in the same world save, you're well, let's just watch. See, this is a whole bunch of stacks of gold. Gold has 18,000. A block of gold requires 18,000 EMC. And I've got a couple hundred crystal matrix blocks, which are almost 4 million. Let's see what happens when I put in one. And we're going to time lapse this. Started there. Yeah, not exactly a long time lapse, but holy crap, it just made four? Was it 4? Damn, I didn't quite pay enough attention to what this amount was. But yeah, it made almost 4 stacks of gold blocks. Holy crap. Yeah. The duplicator trees by themselves are enough to break Avariccia. Project E makes it just absurd. And of course, if you were to use the neutron collectors with these things, there is no limit to how many duplicator trees you can have in an area. There's no limit to that. I could literally fill 10 chunks with them. Put a single neutron collector in there. Put in a chunk loader, which I have in there somewhere, but I'm not going to show you that. Set it to a wide area and just let it run while I do other stuff. Come back in an hour and I would literally have hundreds of neutron collectors. And you'll notice they are collecting piles of neutrons. Yeah. Even though they're still working. Game breaking. I'm genuinely just shocked there is nothing in Avariccia to sort of prevent this. This is just... It makes Avariccia so much easier, and considering Avariccia is meant to be a ridiculously time-consuming mod, I am genuinely surprised there is nothing preventing this. But yeah, I think I might just end this episode here. Tips and tricks, well, there are some other things I could say, but to be honest, this is really the kind of mod that you can just do whatever you want with it. Play it however you like, using mods, using just vanilla. It really doesn't matter. There's just... It requires enough time that you can literally do pretty much anything with it. And by the time you've gotten all 4 sets of infinity armor and stuff, you are literally invincible and can literally do anything in Minecraft. And to that effect, I think I'm now going to switch over to another area to show off just how absurdly powerful you get with some of the stupidly strong ore spawn bosses. Okay, so I've just opened up a whole new world to start wrecking some bosses in to show you just how overpowered I am. And let's go into survival. Now, first off, how about an Ender Dragon? How strong is that? Hello, Ender Dragon. Goodbye, Ender Dragon. Yeah. Sword of the Cosmos. Absurd. Did it even get a chance to attack? You know, it's interesting how that happens in the overworld. Just one more way, ore spawn's a little bit broken. How about this one? No. Don't. Well, I think I will. Well, hello there, Kraken. Get over here. And it's dead. Yep. One of the most annoying bosses in Orespawn. Just instantly kill to infinite damage. Yep. So, this thing does infinite damage, and it just sort of kills things instantly. So how would it handle this? This is the Triffid from Orespawn. It's a little bit of a puzzle boss. At the moment, I'm just sort of waiting for it to show the puzzle part of it. Which it's not doing. Odd. Oh well. It still instantly killed it, but I was... Basically, it has an ability that basically gives it incredibly high defense. I'm gonna try that again. You know what? Here. Seriously, why isn't it doing it? We're just only like doing it for like a second. What the heck? Up, yep, there we go. There's its defense. Even though this does infinite damage, it isn't able to kill it while it's doing this. Okay, cool. Good. This thing does have weaknesses. It is sort of annoying though how it just sort of wouldn't do that for the longest time. It's really strange. So you just literally can't take damage at the moment. Stupid speed. Good. Nice to know that this thing just doesn't sort of just completely ignore game mechanics. Even if it can just sort of ignore damage limits on mobs. Like this one here. Hello, final boss. With a damage limit. Goodbye. Yes, and now it's doing it again. And now it's instantly dead again. Okay, so, what about something like this? King Slime from, Tinker's Construct. There isn't really anything special about it, just I'm curious, if I kill it, will it still spawn stuff? Yeah, it did. Okay. That's cool. His text is still going. Okay, so, how about another stupidly strong enemy? Mobzilla! Run! It's Mobzilla! Hitbox. Where is your hitbox? Seriously. Where swore I just saw something say HP down to 0. Ooh, it just... Although that might not have been from me. Ooh, that's nice. It's definitely taking damage. I literally just saw it go down by 1. Yeah, look! Awesome, it isn't instantly killing him. It's only doing 1 damage. Oh, that's funny. Although I swear for a second there, I just saw his HP go down to 0. See? Yeah. And I'd swear I just saw him drop a loot bag. Yeah, if you look really closely at Wyla, it's saying his HP is going down to 0, but then it's instantly going back up. That's interesting. Okay, so... what happens if I do this in creative? I think and when I actually tested this, I was in creative. Oh, good. This is neat. I'm really glad he just doesn't get instantly killed. So apparently it can't just ignore whatever damage limit this has, apparently. That's interesting. So what about something that, the Nature's Ruin has 23 attack. What does it do to him? Huh, it does 6 damage. Okay, so that was actually very nice to find out, and I'm glad to see that I just couldn't instantly kill it with the Sword of the Cosmos. So how about another gimmick boss? Am I completely immune to his mechanics? No, I'm not. But he is not immune to the Sword of the Cosmos. He was, in fact, able to steal the infinite armor. Awesome. In fact, where'd the helmet go? There it is. Okay. That's good. So yeah, stuff like that. I can't think of too many mods that add stuff that they can sort of just take your armor off of you. But yeah, that'll completely ruin your invincibility real quick. So, how about the 2 most absurd bosses I've ever seen in Minecraft mods? The King and the Queen. Are they, oh, lag. 7,000 HP. Well, that's disappointing. I just killed him instantly. You know, that's a really big disappointment compared to before. Yeah, that's very disappointing. Okay, so the king was a bit of a disappointment. How about the queen? Hello, queen. Up. Oh, she's hostile. Up. Am I doing damage to her? Is that you're taking damage from me? Up. No, that was not her taking damage from me. That was her taking damage from the prince there. But yes, unfortunately, just like the king, she was a bit of a disappointment. It's too bad. Kind of funny how Mobzilla is somehow stronger than the king or the queen. Oh well, Stuff happens. So yeah. I think that's as good enough a place to end it as any. This was just sort of me testing out some crazy stuff you can do with the Infinity Armor and the Sword of the Cosmos, just to show off how crazy they are. Yeah. I am Shepard Chong. This was Guide to Avaricia. Goodbye.